The receptionist began to humiliate the elderly woman with great prejudice and called the security guards. Little did she know that this would be her last day as a receptionist. Lenita Castillo, who is a Spaniard from a successful family, who owned one of the largest chains of luxury hotels in Spain. But she was never very involved in the family businesses, instead taking care of her art studio and other small businesses she had. With her mother's death, she and her younger brother had to take over the hotel chain. Since she was an administrator, she took on this function. At a certain point, she realized that some hotels were being very poorly evaluated by customers and were almost making losses. On a day off, she was watching a show where business owners disguised themselves as poor people and pretended to be customers to test employees. She liked the idea and soon came up with her plan. That would be easy for her, as no one knew her at these hotels. The big day had arrived and she bought old clothes at a bazaar and went to the city where they had 2 hotels with the worst reviews. When she walked in, the doorman didn't speak to her, just stared. She then went to the front desk and even before arriving, a security guard asked where she was going. She said she needed to speak to the receptionist and he just showed her where reception would be. It was high season, the hotel was fully booked, and when she got to the desk, the receptionist didn't speak to her. Some were busy and some were using their cell phones. It was also cleaning time and the cleaning lady was cleaning the reception. Doña Lenita tried to get the attention of the employees, but without success. Everyone ignored her. Until she stood in front of a young woman and asked about the daily rate. The woman giggled and said if she had come to the right place. He also asked if she really wanted to stay there. Doña Lenita said yes. And what was the problem with that? She questioned the value again and the employees did not respond, but sent a message. Madam, you are bringing discomfort to customers here. No vacancies. Please look for another hotel. But then the old lady said I saw on the internet that there are many rooms available. How come there's no vacancy? The woman, without looking at her, said Madam, understand, there's no vacancy for you. I'm a professional and I saw right away that you can't stay here. Doña Lenita kept insisting and asked why she couldn't stay there. But there was no answer. She then asked who the manager was who wanted to speak with him. When the manager arrived and saw the lady, he didn't even want to talk to her, he just said something to the receptionist and left. That's when a hand touched her shoulder and when she turned around, she saw that it was the hotel security. He said she needed to go out and he would walk her to the door. The elderly woman insisted on staying and said that she would pay, but the employees did not listen and said that the hotel was not the place for her and that it would be better for her to go to a cheaper hotel. That way it saved more money. At this point, she made a sign for the security guard to take the elderly woman to the exit. When the security guard went to take her arm to get her out of the hotel, the cleaning lady approached and said she would take the elderly woman out. That's when, as I started walking, the cleaning lady told me that she was one of the oldest employees and with the death of the owner, the hotel was in chaos. Everyone did what they wanted and there were even more serious things. The cleaning lady was called Joanna and told more about the hotel's problems as she walked to the exit. The hotel was very big and walking to the street allowed time for a good conversation. After talking to Joanna, who was the only one who treated her with respect, Doña Lenita already understood everything that was happening and made a call asking for the presence of the person responsible for the city network at that exact moment. When the man arrived, he was scared to see the mistress dressed like that. They chatted for a while and went to reception. The receptionist from afar saw the manager approach and soon tried to behave. But something was wrong. They thought he was with a poorly dressed elderly woman. When he approached, he called the manager and when he arrived he said to everyone, guys, is she beautiful? Castillo, owner of the chain of these hotels. She came to evaluate this hotel dressed in simple clothes and found several irregularities, all of the reception and the manager will be fired. I asked that after hours contact the company's HR. The receptionist couldn't believe what was going on. They all looked devastated and in astonishment. The elderly woman looked at a receptionist and said, give me my room now please. But before leaving, Doña Lenita looked for the cleaning lady and spoke to her. Joanna, thank you very much for your loyalty to our company. I want to tell you that from today you will never clean up after others. Look for HR and you will be trained to assume one of the highest positions in the hotel. The cleaning lady couldn't hold back her tears and thanked her boss for her generosity. Doña Leone stayed at the hotel for a few more days to clean up the mess. She took out all the people who were hurting the hotel's reputation and offered more customer service training. The hotel network grew again and the family business was saved. The disguise worked. Something new they did was to offer priority service for people over 60 at the front desk. What a beautiful story, isn't it? Subscribe to the channel and help us grow too. Leave your like and share this.